In this question, we have two linear equations. We know they're linear because the x's and the y's are to the first power. None of them are to the second power. And we're also being told that there's no solution. So the number of solutions for two lines, that's a reference to this idea, that two lines can have one solution if they have different slopes. They can have no solutions if they have the same slope and different y-intercepts. And they can have infinite solutions if the slopes and the y-intercepts are the same. So all of this is contingent on getting it in the y equals mx plus b form. So we can go ahead and find out what we need to find out here. So let's, on the bottom equation, start by dividing everything by r. So divide by r, divide by r, divide by r. And so we'll have y equals 1 over 6r. Now, by the way, dividing by a number is the same as multiplying by 1 over that number. So for this, we're really thinking of it as multiplying by 1 over r. That's why you have 1 over 6r. But for the next part, we have 16x over r, and I'm going to write that as 16 over r times x, because you want the x separate, and of course it's equivalent. And you want to also reorder it, because now we have it in mx plus b form. And we can see that this is the slope, and this is the y-intercept. So now doing the same thing to the other equation, we can start there by adding the 72y to both sides. Now that'll give us 48x equals 102y plus 24. And if we take away the 24 from both sides, now the 102y will be by itself. So we'll basically have 102y equals 48x minus 24. Now if you divide both sides by 102, that'll give you 48 over 102x minus 24 over 102. Now we have it in mx plus b format, and once again, we can see that the slope is this, and the y-intercept is this. Now, bringing it back to this, if you have no solutions, that would only happen if the slopes are the same and the y-intercepts are different. So the easiest part of that is that the slopes have to be the same if this statement right here is true. So we'll take our two slopes and we'll just set them equal. So we'll have 48 over 102 is equal to 16 over r. I guess it's never too late to simplify some fractions. So 24 over 51 equals 16 over r, and they both divide by 3. 8 over 17 equals 16 over r. Now we have it a little simpler, and this is a proportion, so we can basically cross multiply. We can say 16 times 17 equals 8 times r. So let's do that. 16 times 17 equals 8 times r, and we'll be dividing both sides of that by 8. So whatever you get for 16 times 17, all divided by 8. And you can maybe simplify here, divide these both by 8, and you'll get 2 on the top and 1 on the bottom. 2 times 17 is 34. So we've got r equals 34, and that's the answer to this question.